Hello, I'm Kirsty or underscore Diamond Painter. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the start of the third Wizarding World DP along. If you've not already seen the introduction video, I'll leave a link in the description, so that has everything you need to know about the general rules for this year. This video will be a bit of a kit up and chat, but I'll also be giving you the keyword needed for your start photo, as well as your first house cup challenge, so make sure you are paying attention for those. Before I start kitting up, I just want to explain how I do it quickly, as there is method to the madness. I mostly kit up into trays, but I also have a tiny amount of each colour in the screw top containers. I've already sorted the packets into size bundles, so size bundles? Did I say that right? I don't know, but anyway, these tiny bags will just be in the containers. These tiny bags that are a bit fuller will go into the large trays if there are large trays left. I can't remember how many trays I have. I think it's like, I don't know, 48 maybe large trays and then 10 max trays. Anyway, these bigger bags go straight into the large trays as long as I have enough. And then if there are multiple bags of the same colour, they go into the max trays. So I normally keep it 3 bags per max tray, but I do have all of these 310, so I may put 4 bags per max tray. I'm not sure, I will see how full they are. I know I could leave some of them in the bags and then just refill the trays later, but I don't know why, I just don't like doing that. I've never liked it. I just like to have all of the diamonds kitted up and ready to go, so that's how I do it. As with the max trays as well, I could just super fill one of them. I don't know, we will see. Yeah, so, oh, and then for the labels, I use these labels for the trays, and then the containers are just numbered 1 to, in this case, 63, but yeah, 1 to however many colours there are. And if the colours are just in the containers, I take the sticker off and put it on a little sheet of paper, so I've still got it where I can see it if the legend for the actual canvas is rolled up or not visible. So yeah, that's why I wanted to explain it a little bit, because I know it probably seems really confusing and weird, but that's how I've kind of done it for the last couple of years maybe, and it works for me, so that's what I do. So let's see if I can kit these up in number order without missing any, whilst also talking, because if you've seen any of my other kind of whip and chat or talky videos, you'll know that I'm not very good at multitasking. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the pulling the trays out of the towers is not too deafening for you as well. I may cut that out if it is, because personally that really annoys me when I'm watching videos, but we shall see. It's also why I've pre-sorted all of the colours into size order, because I don't like the creaky noises. But that's just me, so. Okay. I feel like it's been ages since I even made a video that wasn't... Oh, what is that on my arm? I do not know. Fluff, I think. Already distracted. Yeah, it's been ages since I just made a kind of chat video. If you saw my, I can't remember, what's 2025 in review, I think, that video anyway. It was only a couple of videos ago because I've been very, very busy and unfortunately have not had time to make any. But I did say how I just didn't really have enough to say in those videos, like these long form ones. Oh, that emptied very satisfyingly. I don't know if any of this has got static in. I know they say not to kit up on the canvas because that increases static, but hey, I'm living life on the edge here. Again, forgotten what I was saying already. This is going to be a great video. I'm so glad you guys get to watch this. That's pretty much the amount that I keep in the containers when the rest of them are in the trays, by the way, just in case you're wondering. And I just do that, especially with these max trays. If I've missed one, because let's be real, we're always missing symbols, it's so much easier for me to just grab the little container from right next to me rather than having to reach across and get the tray. So yeah, that's why I do that. Oh, another satisfying empty. One colour down, 62 more to go. I don't think I'll do all of the 310 right now. I nearly threw the scissors in the bin then. I went to pick them up to put them in the bin. Just because they are still in the big pack, and I don't think I want to cut them up right now, so I might just do these two that were randomly separate. I will get back on track with what I was saying. So yeah, don't really have a lot to say in those for doing them regularly. Not that I have much to say now either, apparently, and it's been 4 months. So I kind of figured I would stick to the shorter content. And I also prefer the shorter style stuff. So yeah. For things that I have been doing recently, April, I think I've said the last couple of years, April is a very busy month for me work-wise. Whoops, throwing rubbish on the floor. If you are new here, my full-time job is in design, and I work for a publishing and events company. Super, super fun, and I absolutely love my job. But obviously it can get very, very busy. Whoopsie. So we have multiple publications, multiple events. There is another designer that I work with as well. And we obviously split the brands between us. So I work on a monthly publication and 2 of our trade events. And then I also do all of our awards within that as well. And our biggest award ceremony happens in April. So it's always nice to kind of come out of that busy time and then go into Wisdom World DP along. Not only am I kind of chill from work, but then I also get something fun to kind of do at the time as well. And let's try to work it out. Let's go with this one. I'm trying to pick the best colour to use for the tray. Oh, hello, random round drill. I can't pick up, so that's just going to stay there. 699. Yeah, so it was a very fun event. I did get to attend them as well, which is nice. I know not all companies, their like design team don't get to attend things. People that I've worked with before haven't attended events and they thought it was weird that I did. But we are quite a small company, getting bigger very quickly, which is nice. So yeah, I attended that and it went really, really well. We had some last minute changes on the day to the presentation, which was a little bit nerve-wracking. that's not happened before, but it all went well, so that was fine. And the most important thing, I don't think anyone attending noticed, so that was good. And to be fair, even some of the staff didn't realise, so we worked it well. 890 is the next one. The only downside, which wasn't anything to do with the event, really, kind of, I don't really know. Basically, the shoes I wore are shoes that I've worn many, many times before. I've had them quite a few years. They've always been comfy. The kind of worst thing I've had is the strap over the top gave me a slight blister on the top of my foot, maybe once. Otherwise, always been really comfy, and they're nice shoes. So I wore those. There is a fair bit of walking around that I do, because I'm with AV for most of it. For this particular venue, they're up on a balcony above everyone else, whereas other venues that we do AV are just kind of at the back of the room or to the side of the room. These guys, they're up on a balcony, which is quite nice to be able to look down at everyone. But it does mean I go up and down the stairs quite a lot, and they are just like metal stairs. They're not fancy, easy ones to go up and down. Which is also why I wore these shoes, because I knew, you know, I'd be alright in these. No, I was not alright in those. I think I will put all 4 bags in here, by the way. Let's give it a go. Ah, yeah, that'd be fine. Cool. See, this is handy having the lids, because you can shake the drills. Oh, I can't even get the lid off now, until they are literally all the way at the back, and not worry about spilling them, which I did earlier. Luckily they fell all on me, so it was easy to clean up. Yeah, anyway, I got not even an hour into the day and my feet were hurting, and I was like, okay, that's annoying. Obviously got a blister, maybe because I've not worn them for a while, but I still thought a little bit weird, because I've worn them regularly enough that I wouldn't have thought I would get a blister, but it happens, you know. Didn't really think anything of it, carried on. And you know how if you're then sat down for a period of time and then have to get up, it's always so much worse than if you just carry on and push through. Oh, I forgot about this. This is my Wisdom World Deep Hair Long Tray from Bella Art Nicole. They made these the first year of the event. I always have it in my tower, but because it's a darker colour and the... Oh, that sounds like there's a drill in there. The colours I normally have that I would use the max trays for are usually lighter. It tends to be at the bottom of my pile. But these ones are a nice light colour, so they'll be going in here nicely. Again, I've forgotten what I was saying. Shoes, yeah. So we sat down for the dinner part of the meal. The dinner part of the day. And as soon as I went to get up afterwards, I was like, oh, that's not good. It was more of a limp away from the table than a walk away from the table. But again, I didn't think it was anything more than a blister. I just thought, that's really annoying that I'm going to have a blister on my foot, but didn't think anything of it. It wasn't until I got home and took my shoes off that I realised it was not a blister. Oh, no. The whole, like, it had gone past the point of being a blister, and the whole back of my foot, there was no skin, basically. Without being too graphic, that's what happened. So it was very, very painful. I could not put shoes on. I wasn't even going to attempt it. But I also didn't have anything at home to, oops, to wrap it in or anything. I had plasters, but this was too big for a plaster. I did not have a plaster big enough where the sticky would not be on the very painful skin. Oh, I didn't bottom. So yeah, I'm just gonna move these down so I can move this one. I basically left a tray in the tower in the wrong place, so they would not have been in number order. So I'm just rearranging those. When I say number order, I mean like the DMC order. Yeah, so I had no plasters, and I ended up ordering a mini first aid kit, which, to be fair, is not a bad thing to have around anyway, so that's okay. Arrived next day, which was good. And in the meantime, I was Googling all of the things like, how do I keep it clean? Because obviously being on my feet as well, your feet are near the ground, and it doesn't matter how much you hoover and clean the floors, it's still the floor where there's going to be dirt and stuff. And I really didn't want that infected, because that would not be fun. So yeah, I was Googling all of the ways to keep it clean without medical supplies. And the thing that kept coming up was to wrap it in cling film, or I believe Americans call it saran wrap, I think is what you guys call it. Clear, sticky stuff you put over food. It's not sticky, it sticks to itself. Yeah, anyway, that kept coming up as to wrap it in that and to keep it moist. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. And I was like, you know what, that kind of makes sense, because if you have a tattoo, it gets wrapped in that, and that's basically an open wound. So I did that, especially overnight, because it was more like during the day I was happy to just sit at my desk or sit somewhere and keep them well away from everything. But it was more during the night. I fidget a lot during the night, and I did not want them rubbing and sticking to the sheets or anything. So yeah, I put the cling film on and then put socks over the top to hold it in place, which worked really well actually. Got the first aid kit the next day, wrapped it properly with, oh, obviously I'd cleaned them as well, by the way, just with water. Yeah, wrapped them, and they seem to be healing nicely, which is good. So that was the end to my month. This is not in a very good number order. See what I mean by the whole talking and multitasking? Right, 1,304,400. 900, 7, 8, 9, 2, 9, 3, 9, 6, 3, 0, 3, 3, 3, 7, 3, 8. Perfect. Okay. So this is when where I have quite a few large trays, I try and match the tray colour to the, or not match it to the drills, but so like, this is a bad example because it's white and you can pretty much put white in anything, but like a dark one I'll put in a lighter coloured tray. Not that you guys probably care that much. What you guys are wanting is more information about Wisdom World DPL. So I guess I should give it to you. I won't go over every single rule. If you've participated before, it's mostly the same, to be honest. The only difference this year is that you can also participate with a Harry Potter inspired kit. So if there's something that isn't official Harry Potter licensed, but you kind of, it reminds you of Harry Potter or something, you're free to use that as well. The entry form is now available, so you can find that in the description of this video. It will also be in the event document, which will be linked here. It's also linked in my Instagram bio, and it will be linked in the featured post in the Facebook group. So plenty of places that you can find the entry form. Let's go with this one. What else do you need to know that I didn't give you in the last video? The keyword. So my brain just completely stopped working then. When you post your start photo, you will need to include a piece of paper with the keyword on it. This is just to make sure that everyone has started at the same time and we don't have people that have actually started their kit 2 months before everyone else, because then it wouldn't be fair. So I found keyword is the best way of doing it. And this year's keyword is wand. W-A-N-D, wand. I feel like one of those spelling bee people. So if you write that down on a piece of paper and include that in the photo when you post your start photo, it can literally just be placed on the kit. Obviously on the cover of the kit, please do not place it on the sticky because it will stick to the canvas. But you can do that, and that is your start photo done. And another reminder, it doesn't have to be a new start. You can use a work in progress as long as you have the 40cm by 40cm or equivalent area remaining on that kit. If you were doing 2 smaller kits, then they would both, if they're under the 40 by 40cm, they would both need to be new starts. Whoopsie. Again, trying to throw the rubbish on the floor. No. I'm definitely finishing this video before I finish kitting up, because otherwise you would be here for hours probably. It also doesn't normally take me this long to kit up. It is just the whole multitasking that is taking longer. Like, I definitely would have finished all of this by now, and probably most of the smaller ones that are off camera. But that's okay. So, the other thing you need to know about is the week 1 challenge. So, just as like I haven't cleaned these trays out very well from the last time I was using them. As a kind of bonus mini event within the whole working on your kit part of the event, I do the house cup. So when you fill out your entry form, there is a question that asks you which house you would like to fit in. I did not work out a way for you to do something and then be put into a house randomly. So it is just going to be you choose your houses again. Maybe next year I will fix that. We shall see. But for now, you can pick your house, and then that house is the house you will be earning house points for during the event. Oh, that's a perfect colour. So to earn house points, you need to post progress photos each week, but there is also a challenge element to it. So each week I will give you a challenge, and if you complete the challenge, you will earn bonus points. So essentially double the points that you would have earned just for posting your photo. These are all things that you can do just within the progress photo. So it's not like you have to do something else completely. You can complete it just within that same photo, if that makes sense. So they're going to be fairly similar, like the same concept as last year, but some of them will be mixed up a little bit, like this first one. So let's move that. Eight. For week 1, you have from now, the start of the event, until 11:59 on the 7th of May, I believe. I will just double check that because I do not seem to have that bit written down. Yes, on the 7th. So you have 11 till you have until 11:59 BST on the 7th of May to post your progress photo. Your progress photo is separate to your start photo. You don't have to have made loads of progress. I put the wrong sticker on here. You know what? I'll save that. And I'm going to use this one. And we're just going to have a different stopper. 898 is the one below it. What was I saying? Yeah, so you've got until 11:59 BST on the 7th of May to post your progress photo. That will earn you points for your house. To earn bonus points for your house, you need to include your favourite character within your progress photo. When I say your favourite character, obviously I mean your favourite Harry Potter character. This could be in any form. So if you've got a Lego minifigure, you can include the Lego minifigure. If you've got a toy figurine, you can include that. If you've got a plushie, you can include that. Or if you just want to print a photo of your favourite character, you can also include that. Or if you don't have a printer, but you've got another device, laptop, tablet, extra phone, whatever it is, and you just want to put an image on that in your start photo, that's all acceptable as long as there is your favourite character from Harry Potter within your progress photo. So that is your week 1 challenge. And for this year as well, I will be picking my top 3 to then feature in next week's video. So it could be that you've also got the same favourite character as me. It could be the creativity of how you've included your favourite character, but the 3 posts that I think did really well with the challenge will be featured in next week's video. Oh, that one's a bit staticky, isn't it? I'm quite impressed though that that's the first static we've had with this kit. Hopefully it's not the first of many. 43, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to leave that there because there's not much more for me to say. And clearly I'm getting confused with putting labels on, the correct labels on things. And I do not want to mess that up and then find out halfway through that all of them are wrong. But if you've got any other questions about the event, I would recommend checking out the introduction video if you haven't already. If you've still got questions, you can drop a comment down below, or you can message me on Instagram or within the Facebook group. I'm around pretty much everywhere. So yeah, I can't wait to see everyone's progress and see what kits you're working on. I always look forward to this each year, so yeah, there's not really much else to say about that, to be fair. I'm going to finish kitting this up. Yeah, I will see you guys again next week, and make sure you fill out that entry form to be included and to pick your house so that you can start earning house points straight away. Thanks for watching. Bye.